I just bought 5 cameras off of Amazon that all cost under $100. And the question is, which one of these, if any, are actually worth buying? All of these are very different styles of cameras, so I'm hoping that there's something usable in here for recording video, but I guess we'll find out. First camera on our list is the Roacart. I don't know. But it's this little point and shoot camera that actually shoots in 5K resolution. And let me tell you, it's very proud at the fact that it can shoot in 5K. It's branded all over the camera and the box. Now in the box, you're gonna get the camera itself, as well as a charging cable, a little wrist strap, and then a little cloth. Ooh, it's like a silky little carrying case. I like this thing. So here's the little camera. It actually looks kind of cool. Like this could be a set piece. If all else fails, if this thing is awful, it could be a cool set piece to have in the background. Also, it is 72 megapixels. That's more megapixels than my Sony A1. That's like a $6,000 camera. So on paper, this thing is actually sporting some pretty solid specs, but the question is, how is the actual image quality? Well, let's turn this thing on. Look at this, here we go. Oh, look at this, welcome. Welcome, moment of truth. Let's take our first video clip. Ooh, that sound, spicy.
Alrighty, here's the first test with the 5K Ultra HD 72 megapixel camera. I mean, look at this. How is the framing? How does it look? How do I sound? Is that crispy 5K resolution just outstanding? I mean, let me know. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful.
Well, my hopes were definitely misplaced. The main issue is that the lens is just way too tight. Like compositionally, it's probably like a 30mm or a 40mm lens equivalent. And for context, I'm shooting on a 20mm lens right now and I'm getting a nice wide field of view. If I reach out and touch the camera, this is how wide that would be for a vlog situation. What I had right here was I was reached out all the way and the composition was awful. It was way too tight. It's not a viable vlog camera for sure. And really that image quality is not really usable for any sort of creative workflow at all. And the biggest issue is I can't even see my composition. There's no flip screen, so I don't even know what I'm recording if I'm trying to vlog with myself. But not all hope is lost because our next camera actually features a fully flip up screen. So hopefully that's gonna help give me some better compositions and a better image. So this is that camera right here. It's from the seller VJenker, but I don't know if that has anything to do with the brand. It just says digital camera. And that's kind of the theme with all of these cameras. They're just this super generic, off-brand, sketchy titles. So, you get what you pay for. I mean, we got these similar bold claims on the box, 18 times zoom, 64 megapixels. Again, still more than my Sony A1. I mean, that's pretty incredible. In the box, you're gonna get the camera as well as 2 batteries, which is nice, but it also makes me think that the battery quality is probably pretty awful. You'll get a charging cable, a wrist strap, as well as, oh no, the velvety weird case returns. This is not a good sign. I mean, right off the bat, getting this thing in hand, it's a way better build quality. There's actually a mode dial that you can twist up top to change functions, some good button placements where you're able to, just handhold the camera a little bit better as far as functionality. Also, this flip-up screen is absolutely huge. I mean, look at that thing. Giant, enormous flip-up screen. So honestly, build quality is kind of promising over the first one at least. So let's take a look at image quality.
Alrighty, here we are. The 4K camera, how is it looking? Honestly, on the monitor, it doesn't look too bad. And I can see my composition, so that's a big win. It looks like the white balance is doing something weird. It's kind of like cycling different white balances. And I even set the white balance manually, so to sunny mode. I don't really know what's going on there. How does the image look? Because honestly, it looks fire on the screen. If it looks like this, besides, maybe I can figure out the white balance thing. If it looks like this, might be promising.
Okay, well, this is absolutely awful as well. What's funny though is if I put these side by side, the first camera and this camera, this actually does have better image quality technically, and you're getting a little bit of a price bump too. You pay an extra $15 or whatever. You probably do get $15 worth of better image quality, but it still is F grade, so bad quality I wouldn't even touch. Now the build quality is honestly not that bad, and the flip screen design works well. It's a massive flip up screen. You can see yourself really easily with this camera. The composition works well. I gotta figure out the white balance thing, because if you can get this white balance to stop shifting around so much, it actually could be a decent looking image if you're just a total beginner and just want something to play with. But overall, still really bad. Now, both of these cameras try to be sort of like a vlogging camera, but by far my favorite vlogging camera right now is the Osmo Pocket 3 from DJI. I mean, that thing is an amazing vlogging camera, So what did I have to do? I had to search Amazon for the cheapest knockoff variant of the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and look at this. Look at this. If you didn't know better, you'd be like, oh my goodness. If you get this in your stocking for Christmas, you'd be like, yo, Santa just brought me a Pocket 3, let's go. This is the Zomfom 4K body camera. I don't really know why they brand it as a body camera. It doesn't really make sense to me, but for the most part, it's kind of like a little stick, sort of vloggy style camera. It reminds me a lot of actually the DJI Osmo Pocket 2, more specifically, not the Pocket 3, because the Pocket 3 has that little flippy swivel screen thingy, but the Pocket 2 is more of like that square display. So it kind of mimics like the Pocket 2 style, which is honestly a pretty good camera. Okay, I see why they're branding it as a body camera, because it's kind of like a GoPro style. You're gonna get some like different mounting solutions to mount it to different things. So that makes sense. It's trying to be kind of like an action camera. Hey, it actually comes with a lapel microphone. The first two cameras had awful internal microphones. My guess is this one also has a pretty bad internal mic. So we'll try out this lapel mic as well. Now there's definitely not a gimbal on this, and I was kind of hoping there would be something. Oh, but it looks like as you twist this, you gotta really yank this, but you can twist the camera around. That's so fascinating to me. So yeah, you can like twist the camera selfie mode to look at yourself. Let's get this thing on and try it out. Alrighty, this is the first test with the Zomfom 4K pocket style camera. It sort of mirrors the Pocket 2, Pocket 3. How are we looking image quality wise? It's kind of difficult because the square monitor is so small and it's square, and I don't think the resolution is going to be square when all is said and done. So the composition is kind of hard to understand how to frame, but I mean, maybe it's a little promising. I hate to say it because I've been disappointed at the first two, but hey, I think this looks pretty good. And I've also been trying to get this microphone to work, but just no matter what I do, I even tried it with my smartphone and the camera multiple times in the USB-C slot. It will not work. So I don't know if I just have a bad microphone or what, but it does come with this lapel microphone. It's not working for me. Okay, so reviewing the footage back, I mean, we're still dealing with pretty poor technology here, and the image quality is not that great. Sound is pretty awful as well. But I will say the image quality is a drastic jump from that last camera that we just reviewed. The image quality in this looks a lot better. And you know what I just discovered too is that there's electronic image stabilization. So I'm gonna show you some shots here of me kind of running around with this thing and seeing how that stabilization works as well. So kind of cool it's got that. So I'd say it could be a fun gift for somebody under $70 for a kind of pocket style action camera. And it sort of looks like the Pocket 3 if you don't want to shell out. I think they're like 800 bucks now for a new Pocket 3. You could spend $70 on this bad boy and sort of get usable footage. I mean, it's not great, let me tell you. Hear me loud and clear. This footage still looks really bad. But when you compare it to the first couple cameras on our list, it's honestly a lot better. Alrighty, shifting gears a little bit into our next camera, and I feel like I've earned the right to purchase a camera like this because I am now a father of not only 2 little boys, but also we have a little girl coming in just about a few weeks. So by the time you're watching this video, there's a chance that she's already been born. That's wild. In any case, this is a little Handycam like digital recorder that you probably remember your parents recording your Christmas mornings, just like making you get up at like 6 a.m. and just like, wait, hold on, let me get out the camera. I want to record you walking in and like opening your Christmas gifts or whatever. You know, it's like, why? Why do we have to do that? I'm tired, Dad. I just want to open my gifts. But these are the moments where this type of camera was born to shine. Well, in the box, you're gonna get the Handycam with a little soft padded carrying case. You'll also get a couple batteries and all the cables you need for charging and a little lens cloth. How nice, you can get that lens nice and clean. Okay, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm actually genuinely excited to try out this camera. Alrighty, here's my first test with the Handycam. How is the image looking? It actually looks pretty good. Like, I'll actually put it side by side here with my Sony FX3. How's the difference in image quality? I'm sure it's pretty substantial, but I mean, for this camera being like 65 bucks, I mean, okay, I think it's pretty good. There also is a zoom feature, but I think the zoom is like, oh yeah, look at that. The zoom, it goes in like notches. It's not smooth. I wish that was smooth. Smooth would be way better. Dude, let's bring it into Premiere and just check out the image quality and see what we're working with. Okay, I mean, the image quality is all right. Like, it's not horrible, and it's probably the best on our list so far, honestly. And that's saying something because this is only a 1080p camera. It actually doesn't shoot in 4K resolution like the rest of the cameras on this list. So I had to scale this image up 200% to fill the frame of this 4K frame for the export of this video. So that's saying something. It still actually looks okay. Again, it's not great by any means, but it looks okay for what you're getting. And I think a lot of people are actually after this sort of like home video Handycam look. I know that when I was touring with artists and shooting a bunch of concerts, some of the creative direction team members wanted that sort of look of like a full-size VHS camera or a digital Handycam just to get that creative style. And it's kind of coming back even this year. A lot of people want that sort of vintage look. So this could get you what you're after if you're okay with going for that style. The image results honestly are not that bad if you know what to expect. And honestly, I just don't know if I could ever get tired of holding a camera like this. I mean, look at this. This is just so fun. Now, the last camera on our list is this Akeso Brave 7 LE action camera. So this is sort of like a knockoff style GoPro or DJI action camera, sort of that like box style camera that we've known for many, many years. So I expect sort of that kind of result, but at the price point it's at, it might not be that great of quality, so we're gonna see about that. Now, I did buy this camera on sale. Normally it's like $150, but it was on sale for $109.99. So yes, you can go ahead and flame me in the comments. I know you will. I did go over budget by $9.99 for this video. So this camera costs 110 bucks. Sue me. You can sue me for $10. So in the box, you're gonna get nearly every like attachment accessory possible. I didn't know a camera could come with this many accessories. I mean, if you wanna mount this in 1,000 different ways, you're gonna be able to do this. I think my favorite accessories are the waterproof housing that it comes with, as well as this little wireless trigger remote. So you can start and stop recording from, you can like attach this to your backpack or something. So that's pretty cool. You also get a carrying case for 2 batteries, and then you plug a USB-C cable into this to charge both batteries at the same time. And it does come with those 2 batteries, which is super nice. And I mean, here is this little camera. I mean, it basically looks like a DJI action camera or a GoPro. And honestly, it's pretty good build quality. It feels pretty heavy in the hand. It's got a cool rear LCD screen as well as a front facing screen for selfie mode. And I just turned it on and it looks like it's also a touch screen. So that's sweet. I mean, huge bonus there as far as like user interface and design, touch screen operation. Ooh, you got manual video control as well? At least it says so. ISO, I can set my ISO, my white balance. Okay, mad respect to the Brave 7. Okay, so this is the first test with the Akeso Brave 7 to test the image quality. And I'm also trying to test the sound quality because I know with some of the older GoPros, those internal microphones were so awful. So my question is the audio even usable, or are you gonna have to completely rely on a different external audio source if you wanted to use this for any sort of content creation workflow? Now, thing with like action cameras though, are like, you don't necessarily need the audio if you're just like cruising around on a skateboard or you're surfing, or if you're like rigging this onto a car for car exteriors. There's lots of ways you might use this camera in different ways where you don't need audio. So if you think the image quality of this shot is like decent, then the audio quality might not actually matter. Okay, the image quality is honestly not that bad, and I'd probably put it as either the best looking image or the second best with this Handycam footage. I know it's only 1080p, but the Handycam footage does look really good. And the Akeso is probably gonna look better just because it is 4K resolution, so you're gonna get more resolution to work with, especially as you start taking this outdoors in different environments. You can just do a lot more with this action camera than you can with the Handycam solution. And I can tell that this has some pretty good built-in stabilization. So if you want to be more mobile with this camera, it's gonna look way better. So I'd probably put this as the best value option for around $100. I got it on sale for $109, but they also have some variants that are like between $60 and $80. So you can for sure get one of these action cameras for under 100 bucks, and it's probably your best bet for having a quality camera under $100. But again, it is kind of a specialty tool because action cameras aren't a great solution for like YouTube style talking head videos. You'd have to add a lot to this camera to make it a more viable studio option. But it could be a pretty good specialty tool if you're somebody who likes to do a lot of action sports. The image quality on this is not that bad for an action camera. So to quickly recap which one of these cameras are worth the money, I'd probably put the Akeso Brave 7 as the top camera of my choice for under $100, even though it's $109. Then I'd put this little Handycam as number 2 because I think it is the most usable. And then I'd probably put this fake Pocket 3 camera in 3rd place. And then these last 2 cameras are both pretty bad. I would not waste your time with them. And the truth is, honestly, if you have under $100 to spend on a camera, you're better off just using whatever smartphone you have already to create content with. Usually that's gonna have a larger sensor than all of these cameras have, which will produce better image results. And even sometimes you'll have multiple different lens options, like a telephoto lens for tighter shots, or an ultra wide for super wide shots, and then a main camera that usually looks really, really good. So unless you want a really specialty tool like an action camera or a Handycam for kind of at-home videos, then most likely you should probably gravitate towards using your smartphone to produce better videos. And if you want to check out the best way to start filming videos on your smartphone, you can click or tap the screen right here to check out that video that I made for you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.